Hi everyone! I'm finally making this video. I've been waiting to do this video forever, and it just basically I had a lot of computer problems. I didn't have any memory left, and then making video and editing a video was a bit of a nightmare, and I still don't have any memory on my computer, but somehow I'm gonna try to edit this video, and if it's online then it means that it worked. So because I couldn't bear to wait any longer to make this video, because a lot of you have been asking me the same questions, and hopefully I'm gonna answer some of your questions, and I hope this video is gonna help you guys out. So here we go. My colon removal and J-pouch creation and all of that took 3 surgeries to complete the whole thing. I was really sick, and my surgeon didn't want to make my surgery in 2 steps, which is usually the case. So it was done in 3 steps. First of all, the first surgery, they removed my colon and they kept the rectum in. And then the second surgery, they removed my rectum and then created the J-pouch. And then for the third surgery, it was a takedown, and then they created actually no, they didn't create anything. They just reconnected the anus with the J-pouch. So yeah, basically my whole thing was done in 3 steps because just basically because my body was too weak to handle the usually 2-step thing, if I'm making any sense. By the way, if you're hearing any little walking noises or any noises at all, it's one of my ferrets. He demanded that I took him out now. Out of all the times, he wanted to come out now, so that's why you might be able to see him in a bit. I don't have any leaks during the day or at night anymore. Bear in mind that my last surgery was done in May of 2010, so it's been 2 years exactly. So I've been pretty good. I've been handling my pouch pretty nicely for the past almost 2 years. In the very beginning though, obviously the body takes a bit of time to get used to the pouch and how to hold everything in, and obviously I hadn't been using my anus for 6.5, almost 7 months, so my brain had to learn again how to use it, and also I'm missing a colon, so obviously my brain was a little confused. So I think it's different for everyone. I'd like to think I was pretty lucky, but at the same time, I made sure I listened to what my body was telling me. So I did have a few leaks in the beginning, maybe during the night, but it was nothing major. It was really tiny. And then I didn't really have any leaks during the day. It was more a night issue. It wasn't really an issue, but if I had any leaks, it would happen during the night while I was asleep, obviously. And I found that what helped. This is Diego, by the way. Aren't you a little squirmy, wiggly worm? Yes, you are. Oh. That's Diego. What was I saying? Yeah, I just basically, to help with the leaks, to prevent leaks, I made sure that I didn't sleep past 7 p.m. in the very beginning, to make sure that I wouldn't have any leaks, obviously. And then I found that with time, I got better at it, and I could hold it in better. And that's pretty much it. I just made sure that I ate solid foods. Like if I was having a salad or something like that, I made sure that I had rice or bread or potatoes, anything that would thicken the stool up. I would make sure that I eat that with the salad or the fruit or yogurt, whatever I was eating that was that was more liquid than the usual. That's so funny. What are you doing? He wants to be in the camera, in the video. Well, like I said, my last surgery was 2 years ago, so now I would have to say that I probably go to the bathroom maybe 4 times a day. Depending on what I eat. If I have one coffee, maybe it'll make me go faster, or more often. Sometimes I can go 6 times a day. I mean, it doesn't really go, you know, crazier than 6 times a day, to be fully honest. But I would say the usual is like 4 to 6 times a day. The other day I was recording music and I didn't go to the toilet for like 6 or 7 hours, and I didn't even think about going to the bathroom. So, you know, it really depends on the day, what you eat, how well rested you are, stuff like that. And then at night I actually don't get up at all anymore. 2 days ago I had supper at midnight and I was like, uh-oh, you know, I haven't had food that late and so long, and I was like, okay, well, I'm probably gonna have to wake up in the middle of the night or like really early in the morning. And I wasn't even bothered. Like, I woke up at my regular time and I didn't even wake up, so I was like, yeah. It was pretty cool. I don't regret surgeries. Obviously when it happened, it was at a time where I was really weak and sick, and you know, I was in shock because I didn't know what an ileostomy was, and you know, I was a little depressed and everything. But you know, right after my first surgery, it took maybe like 2-3 weeks, and you know, I was embracing my ileostomy, and I was like, you know what, like, this is so much better than having to deal with ulcerative colitis and going to the bathroom 20 times a day. The pain, the cramps, the blood, the embarrassment, you know, it's so much. You know, if I had to live with an ileostomy for the rest of my life, I would totally do it, because honestly, it's a life-changing thing. And I don't know, I just took it positively. I made sure that I was positive towards it and that I spoke about it openly. I found that helped a lot, making sure that people knew what I was going through. And I just, you know, I made the best out of it, I guess. And that's it. I think you should just, you know, stay as positive as possible. And don't be afraid to talk about it. Honestly, just open up. And it's going to help you internally, mentally. And it's going to help other people around you who surely they don't understand what you're going through. And they will just, you know, want to help you even more. So that's my advice to you. Sometimes. Like I said, if I have too much coffee in a day, I try to stick with just 1 coffee a day, but I like coffee so much. If I do have a second coffee during the day, then I will have to go to the bathroom a few more times during the day. And sometimes I do feel a bit of urgency. If I've had, like, say in the morning I had like fruit, a bit of yogurt, and then coffee. Obviously that's just gonna make you go so much quicker than the usual, you know, toast and peanut butter kind of thing. Well, it depends on your case, I guess. It depends on how severe your case is. I think you should go for the surgery if really if your body didn't respond to any of the treatments that were available to you, which was the case for me. I tried the pills, I tried prednisone, I tried Remicade, and then towards the end I was just having toxic megacolon. So yeah, it was pretty bad. So you have to see this. I'm very sorry about that. Where was I? This child is distracting me. You should get the surgery if really you're like, it's your last resort. Honestly, obviously, like these surgeries are massive. It's a very serious matter, and you know, you shouldn't take it lightly. It's not the kind of decision that you take lightly. But honestly, speak with your doctor, see what he says. You know, if my advice to you is that if you are responding to the medication, I know it sucks to take medications, especially prednisone, but if your body is reacting to those medicines or pills or whatever, stick to that. And really, if you can't live with your body anymore, and if it's too horrible and you're going to the bathroom 20 times a day, and you have blood and you're losing too much blood and you can't eat anymore, then, you know, you should consider getting the surgery, because your life will be completely different once you get rid of that horrendous colon of yours that is not cooperating whatsoever. I am medication free. I've been taking medication for ulcerative colitis since, you know, my very first surgery, except for prednisone. I was on prednisone after the first surgery because I had to taper it down. But that's it. I'm not on medication anymore, and it's awesome. I don't have to take pills. I don't have to live with the horrible side effects of prednisone or any other pills. So that's I'm so happy and grateful that I don't have to take any medication. I have never gotten a pouchitis yet, and I'm knocking really hard on wood. I don't know what causes pouchitis. I think they don't know what causes them. And I've just never gotten one yet, and I'm hoping I don't ever have to go through that ever in my life, because I know there's a lot of pills that you're supposed to take and antibiotics and stuff, and I mean, just the thought of it is just, ugh. So I've never gotten a pouchitis, and I don't want one. Thank you very much. It's kind of overwhelming in the very beginning when you get your first ileostomy. It's overwhelming, obviously, because you don't know what to do with this thing that's sticking out of your belly, and it's like there's stool coming out of it, and you're like, what is this? This is disgusting. Like, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. But eventually you start developing your own routine on how to change your appliance, and I have a video for this, which is going to be linked in this video somewhere around here and underneath probably. So yeah, it's I don't know, you get used to it basically. The more you change it, the more you learn how to do it, and it's really no big deal. It takes me like 10 minutes. That's it. I did almost have, it was like a sort of leak. After the first surgery, I had a lot of gas in the middle of the night, and then my bag just filled up with air, and I woke up and I was just covered and I saw this big bump underneath my covers. I was like, huh, what is this? I touched it and it was full. It was about to explode. I was like, oh. And then my appliance, the wafer that was stuck to my skin was starting to peel off for some reason, and a bit of stool was coming out of there, but nothing major. And I could have just restuck the whole thing, but I was new to the whole appliance, and I didn't know that I didn't have to change the whole thing. So in the middle of the night, I just ended up changing the whole appliance, and it was horrible because I had only applied it the day before, and obviously when you want to change your appliance, you have to wait a few days, in between changes, because otherwise, it was freshly stuck to my skin, so peeling the whole thing was a nightmare. And anyways, I didn't really get any real leaks. I always slept sideways. I made sure that I usually sleep sideways anyway, so I didn't have any problems, squishing my bag or anything like that, or sleeping on it or anything like that. Huh. Yes, it's very normal. Actually, in my case, it was normal because I still had a rectum between the two first surgeries. So obviously, I still had a bit of mucus coming out of my rectum and anus. And I believe I still had a bit of mucus after the second surgery, once my rectum was out. I can't really remember. But I know that, it happened a lot after the first surgery. And there's nothing to worry about. Obviously, if you're worried about it, just make sure you ask your doctor. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to tell you if it's okay or not. And I'm sure he's going to tell you there's nothing to worry about. This is a really good question, and I was worried about this before the takedown surgery, and I was like, how the hell am I going to hold it in? Am I always have to clench my muscles? I mean, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be uncomfortable. And I don't have to do anything. It's as if I had a colon. It just holds it in naturally. I don't have to think about it. And it's as if it's exactly like when you had a colon, when you had a healthy colon. You didn't have to think about it. You didn't have to hold it in. Like, I'm fully relaxed and, you know, nothing comes out, you know. It's exactly like having a colon, basically, if you get what I mean. Yes, I can. Again, it's pretty normal. Like, you know, it's the same that it was like when I had a regular healthy colon. It's nothing different. I don't have any leaks when I pass gas. And yeah, that's it. Now, obviously, what comes out of your J pouch is very acidic because it comes out straight from your small intestine, and you don't have a colon to process the stool. So whatever comes out of your anus is going to be very acidic, and in the very beginning, it's very irritating. It's a bit hard. You know, your skin has to get used to the whole thing, and obviously you get more irritated in the very beginning. And what I did was I told my doctor about this, and he gave me this really fantastic cream called Calmoseptine, I don't know how you pronounce it, but basically it's such an amazing cream. It's really thick, and it has this like, not a tingly sensation, but it's as if it was like minty almost. And when you put it on your skin, it's soothing, and it's like cooling. It has this cooling effect. And you know, I usually put this before I go to bed. If basically I do get irritated skin if I have like tomatoes or tomato sauce or fresh tomatoes or anything with a lot of lemon juice or anything that's very acidic that will make my stool acidic, obviously. So when that happens, I make sure I use some cream before I go to bed, and I also wear a panty liner, a really thin one, so that I don't stain my underwear, because it's really thick. You'll see if you ever use it. And then the next day, like, I'm as good as new. Like, it's a really good cream. So if you can find or ask your doctor for this cream wherever you are, I really recommend the cream. It's really helped me a lot. Ugh, that's probably the question of my entire existence. I'm thin, that's just the way it is. I've always had this issue, if you can call it an issue. I have a fast metabolism. I just eat and that's it. It's how I am. I've always been really thin. People have always teased me about it. It's hard sometimes. It's hard most of the time because people automatically think you're anorexic, which I really don't think. I look anorexic because, yes, I'm thin, but I'm not like all bones, and you know, I still eat, and I eat junk food. I eat a lot of junk food, you know. It's just, I guess you can't really, you can't tell everyone on the street, the people that look at you can't just like tell them, hey, I'm not anorexic, by the way, so stop staring at me. So yeah, it's always been this way. I've always been really slim, and it's how I am. So that's it, really. It's hard sometimes because it's hard to find clothes that fit, and yeah. But whatever, I'm healthy, I'm good, I'm happy, and I'm just glad I'm healthy and I can eat whatever I want. And that's it, really. I try not to pay attention too much to people stare and stuff. Obviously, it's kind of hard, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I hope this video was helpful in some way. If you have any more questions, just make sure you send me a private message, or you can leave a comment below, and maybe I'll do another video, part 2 of this video one day, or something like that. So yeah, that's it. Here's the video that you've all been waiting for. Hopefully, seriously, I really hope it works. I hope I can edit this video, and I hope I can post it online. And also I wanted to tell you to please stop by my music channel. I'm a drummer, and I've been working with a band called Rhodes, and we're taking some time off, and right now I'm working on a solo project, and my channel is going to be linked right over here, and you can check it out. I'm going to try to make a few more vlogs once a week, or maybe a few times a week, and hopefully I can post some music online soon. Sorry, Diego is being noisy again. I gotta go take care of Diego and play with him. So I'll see you guys very soon. Please don't hesitate to send me your questions or any concerns or anything. I will gladly answer as soon as possible. Take care, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and thanks for all the love and support, and you guys rock. Take care. Bye.